My idea for our thriller movie is to have the characters are going to be a friend, a murderer, and a girl. At the beginning, there's going to be a girl walking home from school, and she gets she keeps looking behind, and then she starts running, and then this goes into the middle scene, and she gets into the house, gets all scared, and then locks things up, and then she hears noise from upstairs, and then she goes upstairs, and then she goes upstairs, then she takes a knife with her, then she sees a reflection in the knife, and there's a shadow walks past, and then that will be the end of the first scene. And yeah, so the staircase, knife, keys, because she obviously needs to open the house somehow. And the sound is going to be quite low to build suspense to start with. The music is going to be repeated to build the suspense and show when the tense scenes are. Use special effects such as tire squeals and keys and stuff like that. And the settings are going to be the tower block, the road in the dark with the street lighting, the house and garden, and I think that's it.
For the beginning of my thriller film, I'm going to have these 4 girls at their best friend's funeral, and at the end of the funeral they're all going to get a text from the same person, but they don't know who it is. So for the middle of the film, they all go investigate who's sent them the text at the funeral, and while they're investigating they get more texts along the way which puts them in danger. And at the end of the film, they're going to be in an old abandoned hotel, and they're so close to figuring out who the person is sending the text messages, and they're still going to be put in danger, but eventually they're going to find out who sent them the text. So for the opening sequence, we're going to have a flashback, and it's going to show the 5 girls in a barn for a sleepover, and they're going to be drinking, and then they're going to fall asleep, and then eventually when they wake up they'll realise that their friend's missing and they don't know what happened to her.
So my idea of my thriller film is that this woman, she wants to take revenge on her husband for cheating on her. And the way it begins is that she's basically walking inside her room and she sees her husband making out with another lady who isn't her. And so she summons revenge on them. So during the middle of the film, she's attempting to take revenge through various ways, which we'll discuss later and everything. And the way it ends is that she can't take it anymore. She can't believe. It just keeps on building in her mind. How can her husband do this to her? So she can't take it anymore. Rather than killing the girl, she actually kills him. And it's even more shocking that she killed him. So she ends up to become crazy and everything. So my idea for the opening sequence is that the setting is that we're in this countryside area or something like that, and it's dark and it's raining, which is foreshadowing, it's gloomy, it foreshadows something really bad and unwelcome is going to happen. So she's walking and she notices that her room is lit up, and her husband's supposed to be sleeping at this time. So she's going upstairs, so she goes into her house, and very slowly she's going upstairs, and you can hear the creaks, and a convention is that we can see her shadow moving upstairs. And so she hears sound outside from her room, and she looks through the door gap, and light's hitting her eye. We get a close-up of her eye, seeing how she squints afterwards in annoyance and everything, that she sees her husband and this woman making out. So she goes downstairs, and we hear sudden suspense in the music building up and everything. She goes to the kitchen, grabs the knife, and which is a sort of reflection, a type of mirror, and then she's going upstairs, and then this is where the music really builds up, slams the door open, sees them, and attempts to kill the girl, but she fails, and so she claims how she's going to take revenge on them afterwards, and that's my idea for my opening sequence.